Hello everyone, welcome to Infallible Handmaids. In this video we are going to see how to make even count flat peyote stitch in bead art. Peyote stitch is a fundamental bead weaving technique in which the beads sit in the gaps between beads in the previous row, creating a woven textured look. We call this stitch as even count peyote stitch because beads in the starting row forms an even number. Even count is much easier to work with when compared to the odd count peyote stitch. We will learn the odd count peyote stitch in the upcoming videos. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe so that you will not miss any new updates. For more information, please check the description box below. Peyote stitch is used to create complex patterns for jewelry and decorations. The basic method involves picking up one bead, skipping the next, and stitching through the subsequent one, repeating across the rows. Let's see that in action. So let's get started. We usually prefer doing the beaded jewelry in smaller beads like seed beads. This is a seed bead of size 10 by 0. But for easy understanding, I'm using pony beads for this video. I'm also using a tapestry needle and yarn. To begin the work, I am stringing a stopper bead. A stopper bead is used to temporarily hold beads on a thread or yarn to prevent them from falling off, acting as a placeholder during jewelry making. Now leave a tail of about 4 to 5 inches and then attach your stopper bead. We will secure this tail after we finish our project. Now pass your needle up through the stopper bead twice to form two loops so that you can secure it in place. Perfect. Now we can start adding the beads for our peyote stitch. In this video we are going to learn even count flat peyote stitch. So we are going to take even number of beads. First I will add 8 beads in alternate colors of purple and green for easy understanding. I want the purple beads to sit in between two green beads. So I will add the green beads in the same place but in the next row where the previous green beads are present. That is on top of the previous row green beads. Now pick up a green bead, skip the first bead and pass your needle through the purple bead. Now the newly added green bead will sit on top of the previous row green bead so that the purple bead is in between the two green beads. Now we will add another green bead and we want this green bead to sit just above the previous row green bead. So what we will do is we will skip one bead and pass our needle through the next bead. When we are working with the same colored seed beads, it will be very confusing to know which bead to skip. To avoid this confusion, we will skip the bead which is next to the bead from where the thread is coming out. In our case, the thread is coming out from the purple bead. So the bead next to the purple bead is a green bead. So we will skip that green bead and pass our needle through the next purple bead. Now take a bead and then skip a bead and then pass your needle through the next bead. Now I'm adding the last bead of this row. So I'm picking up a green bead, skipping the green bead and then passing my needle through the purple bead. And be careful enough not to pass your needle through the stopper bead. Now working on the upcoming rows is very simple. We will insert the beads in between the gaps and we will pass our needle through the beads that is sticking out. In our case, the sticking out bead is green bead. Let's start the next row. We want a purple bead to sit in the gap. So we will add a purple bead and then we will pass our needle through these bead that is sticking out, which is in our case is a green bead. The purple bead sits perfectly in the gap. Now we will add one more purple bead so that it can sit in between the two green beads. So we will pass our needle through the bead that is sticking out, that is the green bead. Now keep adding beads so that it can sit in between the gaps to complete this row. For the next row, we will add the green beads in between the purple beads. Because the purple beads are the sticking out beads, so we will repeat the same process. And for the next row, we will add the purple beads. For easy understanding, I am working in rows from left to right and then from right to left without turning our work. And the stopper bead always lies in the left side of our project. Once you understand the concept of peyote stitch and how it works, the best and the easiest way to work the peyote stitch is by working in columns. Instead of working the peyote stitch in left-right directions, we will work the peyote stitch in up and down direction. To work in columns, all you have to do is just turn your work so that you can hold your project in such a way that the stopper bead lies to the top of your project. Working in columns, that is by working in up and down direction, will prevent us from making some unintentional knots. Once you are comfortable with the concept of peyote stitch, hold your work in this direction so that we can add the beads in the up and down direction like this. Always make sure that your stopper bead is in the top left corner of your work. Working in columns is much easier way to work your peyote stitch. It will save time and avoids confusion. In this direction only we have started our work. Another important thing to notice here is if your tail end yarn and your working end yarn, if both the yarns are in the same direction, it means you have odd number of rows. That means you have unequal number of green beads and purple beads. If you want to make even number of rows, that means if you want to make equal number of purple beads and green beads in your work, all you have to do is Bring your working end yarn to the opposite side diagonal to the tail end yarn, which means you have to work one more row or column. In our case, we will add one more column. We will work from up to down by inserting purple beads in between the green beads. Now our working end yarn and the tail end yarn are in the opposite direction, diagonal to each other. This means we have equal number of purple beads and green beads. If you are working with the same colored beads, it means you have even number of rows or columns or both. Now let's finish and secure our work. To secure our work, what we will do is we will weave in through few beads and then tie a couple of knots over the thread bridge, and again we will weave in through a few beads and then cut the excess yarn. While weaving in through the beads, always follow the thread path. We follow the same path where the thread has been already passed to avoid any unintentional changes to your work. We usually choose the thread bridge which is in the middle of the project to put the knots, but for easy understanding I'm choosing a thread bridge that is on the edge of our work. Our working end yarn is nicely secured. Now we can trim the excess yarn. Now carefully remove the stopper bead and secure the tail end yarn in the same way how we secure the working end yarn. We have successfully completed our even count flat peyote stitch. Hope you all find this video helpful. If you like it, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel Infallible Handmaids. We have a complete playlist on how to do basic bead stitches. The links to the playlist and the videos are available in the description box below, so please check it out. In the upcoming video, we will learn about the odd count flat peyote stitch. The odd count peyote stitch is a bit complex when compared to the even count peyote stitch, but I will try to make the video in a simple way so that we can understand better. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of our new video updates. If you have any ideas, suggestions or queries, please leave your comments in the comment section below. See you all soon in the next video. Happy crafting everyone. Bye.